Welcome to Electronics Specify Insights, the podcast for electronics engineers. I'm your host, Paige Hookway. In today's episode, I speak with Hermann Reiter, Senior Director of Supplier Business Development at DigiKey, about the company's expanding role in industrial automation, safety and control. We explore DigiKey's motivations for prioritizing automation within its portfolio, its partnerships with leading manufacturers, and how the convergence of electronics and automation has reshaped manufacturing. Hermann also shares insights into customer expectations, the advantages of e-commerce for automation, and the emerging technologies that could define the next phase of DigiKey's journey. I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get started. And welcome back to Electronics Specify Insights. Today, I'm joined by Hermann Reiter, who is the Senior Director of Supplier Business Development at DigiKey. So thanks very much for joining us. How are you to start off with?
Doing very well, thank you. After summer vacation, it feels really good, empowered and energized, I would say. Thanks for the invite. Yeah, I'm Hermann Reiter. I'm the Automation Senior Director and also the Managing Director for DigiKey here in EMEA. Started 40 years ago in the distribution industry and ever since stayed there. Worked in two major volume distribution companies before. One was a private and one was a nice stock exchange-based company before I joined 13 years ago DigiKey here in Munich. Yeah, now back at the pure private company DigiKey and with private ownership, which feels great. And I'm happily married and I have two daughters and a dog, Gustav, a golden retriever. And I like sports, skiing, running, and being with friends in society. So yeah, thanks for the invite today. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. That was a great introduction. And now most of our listeners will be familiar with DigiKey, but perhaps you just want to give us a little introduction to the company as well.
Sure. I think interesting, the DigiKey is a multi-billion-dollar company with a global customer reach. We shipped to nearly 1 million customers last year. So very exciting. I think the journey started more than 50 years ago with Dr. Stodl being a ham radio guy, building the DigiKeyer. I'm sure many have heard the story, the components which he basically has left over in sticks and reels, and he started to sell to his friends and studying colleagues, and then lately, of course, via newspapers and ads, and this became the catalog basically. And it started with 36 components, and is today a 16.5 million product stocking unit company. So not anymore a printed catalog, but digitally, of course, available. We started with board level components where we added everything around PCB, power supplies, IOs, HMI, and now in addition we came to the automation and safety for finished products, which is a nice add-on to our portfolio, which we already have. From a service point of view, we ship to leading and emerging companies in more than 180 countries. We have roughly about 3,000 suppliers in our portfolio, in which we stock. And headquartered in Northwest Minnesota, all the way close to the Canadian border in Thief River Falls. And with a massive warehouse there with now in total, we have about 280,000 square meters of distribution center. So plenty of room to expand. And we sell on our 45 websites overall. I think in summary, maybe I would say we are leading in the highest service distribution electronic component and automation world. And we have the world's largest stock available for immediate shipment. So our business is book, bill, ship same day. 95% of the stuff we receive today goes out the same day. And I think also to mention, we are a trusted source. We only buy direct at the suppliers and manufacturers, and our model is fully digital. We are no salespeople on the field knocking on doors. We sell via our 45 country websites, and that's our business model overall. And maybe a funny thing to know, which interesting to know, that we are based in Munich, in the Theresienhöhe, which is in the center of Munich, close where the Oktoberfest is, and this is where the world's largest show Electronica started, actually, Electronica and Productronica. They started there many years ago, and they moved in '98 to Munich Riem, where it is today. But it's definitely a pioneer landmark location where we have now our office, which is kind of fits well.
Fantastic. And I've actually been over to Thief River and seen the warehouse, and it is very impressive. It's huge.
Absolutely, I think it's a big beast. Yeah, and it's built with an Austrian company and with a lot of know-how, and which we built over many years. Of course, something like this you can't really build just in one day.
No, definitely not. So, industrial automation and control is going to be our focus for this episode. So, why don't you start by outlining DigiKey's focus on industrial automation, safety, and control, and has it evolved over the past few years?
Absolutely. I think, of course, Central Europe is the home base for automation in Europe, and with the recent pandemic, it has all accelerated with the implementation. Many projects who were planned for the next years, 5, 10 years, were pulled in and then to facilitate the change with what happened globally. Our focus in the industrial automation and safety and control area is significantly involved. I think we launch new products, expand partnership with suppliers, and bring on an innovative technology. That's our task. And I think we have positioned ourselves in advanced automation in order to enable our customer to be, I would say, smarter, safer, faster worldwide.
Fantastic. And what would you say were the key factors that motivated DigiKey to prioritize automation products within your portfolio?
Funny story to tell. I think about 7 years ago, we did a survey to our customers from our customer insight team and asked the question, how do you see DigiKey out there and how do you use DigiKey? And the feedback we got was solid source for automation products. And this supported the activity and underlined the needs to do more and to build on that basis. And in addition, we have built our warehouse in Thief River over the last couple of years, which gave us great insight into what are the needs of industrial automation and what is the automation flow. And ever since, we added suppliers and part numbers and stocking units, and that's how the evolution started within DigiKey for automation.
And I know for DigiKey that good partnerships with your suppliers is really key. So how does your supplier business development team work to build those partnerships with leading manufacturers like, Schneider Electric, SICK, and Festo?
Oh, I think we've found great partners within the automation world, and the suppliers are keen to participate in this e-commerce evolution. Even so, the automation infrastructure is definitely more regional, or even I would say territorial. We work with the channel partners, with the distribution teams, the business units, the marketing folks, and around the globe. So definitely our approach is WWW, and that really means World Wide Web for us, and not who, what, when. I think, and many suppliers sell their portfolio in our web shop, and they also utilize, in addition, our other tools and solutions like hosted carts in order to have their own e-commerce solution on their side. And still a way to go, since many processes within companies and customers are not yet aligned with direct purchasing with invoice and credit card on the web. But I think a lot of changes alongside. Definitely a great start.
Definitely. And speaking of changes, how have you seen the convergence of traditional electronics and industrial automation reshape manufacturing and other sectors?
Yeah, I think there are big enablers with the convergence of the electronic plus and the automation safety plus. So, for example, wireless standards, fast connectivity, robust networks, cloud applications. I think suddenly many topics are achievable, like building factories on a drawing board, digital twins for repair and maintenance. AI, of course, brings the data analytics and supports the change. I think within DigiKey, our own AI ecosystem is over the full organization with more than 70 projects and with dedicated teams. We embed AI capabilities across DigiKey. This is not only a project. This is really an integrated approach to innovation, and not to forget that data ages like fish, not like wine. They got worse when they get older. all depends on the user and usage. I think that's a funny one, but it's definitely true.
That is the best analogy I have heard, so thank you. So what are you seeing as some of the most significant customer expectations that are driving change when it comes to sourcing and supplying industrial automation components?
I think the most significant customer expectations are findability, availability, and trust in the digital experience. I think the customers want a seamless digital shopping experience. And this is basically mirroring their behavior from Sunday night, driven by the influence of the digital habits, basically. They want availability, real-time transparency, and they want right at the moment of transaction the information. And and then for sure, robust, consistent supply performance and transparency, and finally, flexibility and personalization. These are the requests.
So why is industrial automation particularly well suited for e-commerce compared with, other segments in electronics?
I think the behavior of the market is pushing for a faster and for sure for a more open, transparent model. I think disintermediation is a big buzzword in the consumer world, and eliminating the intermediary, which the digital tools and their easy options. I mean, this is so that producers, basically service providers, interact directly with the end customers. That's what people try to do. And I think the model we offer is unique and fast. We support the different partners to make them available, present, and show their offering to the million customers we have. And this intermediation is for sure the new trend in modern business, especially in the digital economy. But it demands new skills, and it demands strategies for the automation suppliers and the automation supply chain partners. And I think that's where we want to help and partner with our supplier base.
And you mentioned your unique model. So could you perhaps tell us a little bit more about how your distribution model supports fast delivery and a frictionless digital platforms in automation?
Yeah, I think the model is a one-stop shop model where engineering partners and buyers find products. They know they can get the product as little as 48 hours. Every order greater than €50 value is free of charge. Not the order, but the freight, of course. We conduct business in all currencies needed, 26 of them, and all languages which are available. I think currently with 21 languages we offer. And the machine ships 25,000 boxes every day. I think it's a massive beast. And I think only in Europe, I think we operate in 12 local EMEA currencies and help and in all EU members, of course. And finally, I think in total we have 45 websites. Yeah, I would say there is no order too small or too big. I would say just test us.
Brilliant. I love that. And I'm really interested to learn what emerging technologies or product categories in automation are you most excited about at the moment?
It is exciting to see that factories are transforming into intelligent and agile ecosystems, and this will bring a high level benefit for the human-centric approach, like Industry 5.0. I think it is merging automation with a human creativity and intelligence, and this will be a crucial part, particularly for the regions with low volume, high mix production, like we have here in the Western European countries. And as mentioned earlier on, handling the data and utilizing AI will be a major winner. And then exciting technologies, they will bring intelligent systems, optimize resources, they will help lower energy consumption, control waste management, lead to greater process and greater products. I think combining the human oversight with the automation factories, we'll handle unexpected disruptions. We'll handle the supply issues, and we'll make the operation more resilient, which will lead to sustainability and resilience of the overall ecosystem.
And how do you foresee DigiKey's role evolving as industrial automation continues to expand?
We are working in the e-commerce digital environment the last 50 plus years. And we want to bring the knowledge we have acquired in the automation distribution sector to become an indispensable player in automation. We want to be easy to do business with as a priority number one. And priority number two is we want to be easy to find products at and the partner of the automation customers with the widest portfolio delivered immediately. That's our aim.
Excellent. And finally then, given your knowledge and your industry experience, what advice would you like to give to engineers or procurement professionals looking to navigate the automation product landscape?
Considering the supply chain challenges, many times we see that actual new designs are done with former product catalog roadmaps. I think the catalog product portfolios can be many years old sometimes and outdated. So we recommend and support smooth supply chain in order to make ability to make the update and assure that we're using the latest products where possible. We see that happening quite often.
Brilliant. And before we wrap up then, Hermann, is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
I think maybe since we are headquartered in North America, maybe to mention that DigiKey has a free trade zone. Since early 2018, we adopted that to facilitate our global model that offers basically a stock holding in a duty-free zone. And when it gets to export, again, from our centralized warehouse, we overcome custom duties. And we've added sorting filters to our website for our US-based customers to allow them to search for the tariffs and non-tariff products. And finally, I would say a call to action maybe for all industrial automation companies out there who are looking to add their product portfolio to our automation suppliers. Call us or check out our website where you can find the link for potential new suppliers. We're very welcome. And last but not least, hope to see you all at the SBS in Nuremberg in end of November, where we're looking forward to see you there. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And I'll certainly encourage our listeners to head over to your website for further information. But thank you very much for joining us and for taking us into a deep dive into the industrial automation space. It's been a pleasure having you as a guest.
Thank you very much. Likewise. All the best.
Thank you for listening to this latest episode of Electronic Specifier Insights. Don't forget to subscribe to the series to keep up to date with our newest guests, and do share with fellow colleagues, friends and family who may be interested in the latest news from the electronics industry.